Neuroscience is a very new field, and there's no limit to the number of things that we don't know about it, including even the basic classification structure. Now, Swanson has put forth a very intelligent basic classification structure, and part of the reason that I think it's so relevant to a personality class is because it maps in a beautiful way onto some of the things that we've already talked about, especially Piaget. So there's a nice direct mapping of Piaget's developmental theory onto Swanson's theory of neurodevelopment and then of neural function, and that's completely accidental because Swanson never cites Piaget, so they're non-overlapping literatures, and I kind of like that because you know if something pops up in one place with one method and pops up another place with a completely different method, especially if those two places are distinct in terms of their historical development, you might start thinking there's actually something there. You know, it's sort of like seeing something and hearing it at the same time. You got two independent sources of data. It's like triangulation in a sense, and so it was very exciting to me to come across this paper by Swanson. I think he's one of only two scientists I ever wrote a fan letter to. I mean, really, it's a brilliant paper. And then there's other reasons why it maps onto what we're going to talk about too, because Swanson also points out quite clearly the function of the, he kind of roughly separates the hypothalamus into two halves, and he points out that they have quite distinct functions, and the functions also map onto some of the things that we've been talking about in a very lovely way. And so there's a lot of reasons to go through Swanson's paper carefully. You know, it's like 50 pages long, but the guy put it, in some sense, his whole life's work is in those 50 pages. So, you know, even if it takes you 12 hours or 20 hours to read it, it's like, that's not too bad if you're going to extract out like 30 years of solid research.